Okay. Joined for a special episode of the Rams game by our own player, Ibeck. Last we spoke, it was turn 15. You were in a early war with Asphodel, and I believe either turn 16 or 17, you lost the Black Steel Colossus, yet came back strong and wrapped up that war relatively quickly, and now here we are, turn 49. You're in a strong position. I don't think that's giving anything away. And locked in another war with Tian Chi. Fill us in. What's happened in between those 30 some odd turns?
Well, I think exactly the turn after we last spoke, I've lost my god, completely demolished by a bunch of Minotaurs. That was fun. Uh, and yeah, after that, there was a brief period of consolidation, trying to get up to speed with site searching, with getting mage recruitment up. And yeah, after that, I've decided that someone has to wrap up this game, and the plan is to take out Tianxi. Rather, the plan was to secure the line of provinces from the throne at 69 to the throne at 32. So basically, cut him off at going by province names at Vlech, I believe, Tyrannea, and jump into his cap ring and take care of Corbion and Oak Halls. And that was the initial plan. I was ready to peace out at that point and just grab the thrones and win. Was with the throne at 69 and the throne at 32. I'll be one off. After that, there's a monster throne at 185, which has a ridiculous amount of defenses, but that can be overcome, and that should be the game. So that was the plan to do it. How it's going is a different question. Uh, we've started with a slow roll. TNG wiped out a couple of my stacks with Gifts of Heaven. By the looks of it, he cannot keep up with the attrition. I'm losing some troops. He's losing some mages, and it's easier for me to replace the troops than it is for him to replace the mages.
And it looks like you've
Uh,
pushed pretty strong from both sides, the north and the south, rather than just focusing on the thrones. Is that almost to distract TC from the thrones?
um, I mean, the map is shaped in such a manner that I cannot strike the thrones immediately. I could try, but uh, I would effectively be cut off from any reinforcements. He could easily just magic phase in, cut off retreats, and just wipe out anything I have there. Instead of that, let's do a normal, regular, slow-ish war. Take care of him, and after that, grab the thrones. I'm sure some people are able to throne rush without, but I'm not one of them.
And has the Black Steel Colossus seen any action in this war, or is he doing other things?
I think just single attack where he wiped out the stack. Other than that, I'm fighting in TC's territory. The Dominion disparity is rather large, so I'm not going to risk the god again. Especially since he's the Eternal Pyre caster, and the Fire Gem income is very welcome right now because I'm basically using the Summoned Dragons for most of my raiding and distracting. Uh, and yeah, they're very effective at it, or at least so far.
And then we also noted early on Province 177 contains steel ovens for an additional construction discount. How have you been leveraging that as you've scaled into the mid and now early late game?
Lanterns, that's the main gist. Right now at 1049, I'm sitting at uh, give or take 2600 research. Next term, I'm finishing construction 8. After that, I'm going for Blood 7 to get vampires out as an extra contingency. And after that, to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure what I should be investing in. I have a plan, which is a silly plan, but still I like it. At Thaum 9, there's Magia Mortis, which I've never cast before. I've never seen it before, but it looks silly, and I think that's the global I'd be going for next.
And from a Diplo perspective, obviously you're at war with TC. How are your relations with your other neighbors? Is anyone getting concerned about the strength of
Uh,
your position?
I assume so. I'm playing this game very light on diplomacy. I've had a single nap which was broken this turn. I've had a nap with Atlantis, which they've just revoked, and I presume in 3 to 4 turns I'll be getting invaded from my west. That's well, that's the game. He's afraid of me just running away with the thrones and winning it, rightfully so. And from what he spilled, there's a coalition forming against me. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Is and Shinuyama. There could be a sprinkling of what you may call it Shambhala, but we have a very small border, so it shouldn't be that effective. Comes the breaks.
And do you think there's a chance to quickly win by grabbing those two thrones, the one in 69 and 32, and then also 185 prior to the coalition getting underway? Or, um,
Chance, yes. Whether it will work is a different question.
okay. And have you considered using your god on the monster throne, or is that in Shinu's dominion?
He has a strong-ish dominion there, but I think I should be able to wipe it out with the god. I drop in and go Earthquake, Firestorm, Earthquake. That should be enough to just HP rout the army that is there. Even if not, then the Colossus should be able to just wipe out everything, anything that's left. And that would also save a turn for logistic purposes. So I could just drop the god, claim the throne. That's that.
Yep.
As an extra, let's call it, I don't know, an extra measure, extra failsafe plan. I'm building a lab on 140 this turn. And I'll grab a Troll King, and after that, grab possibly some Bishop Fishes. How helpful that will be is a different question. I'm not sure myself. I'm just using my resources to get something else out.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I'm playing it largely by ear. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm hit by a coordinated attack next turn or 2 turns from now. And rightly so. I'm a bit curious about Shinuyama's position because he has a ton of globals. He hasn't stolen Earthblood Deepwell from me. It was probably dispelled by TC. He just recast it right after that. Yeah, he's fairly small, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's running away either with research or, well, just with gold. And he should have sizable stacks in within his dominions. I have him under scouted. Yeah, he's having an interesting game. Oh, and Ryoga is probably in the forming coalition against me. At least should be.
Interesting position you find yourself in.
Well, I'm big. I'm bordering some countries, nations that are also in the run for a win. So yeah, and they would be silly not to try to capitalize on the war with TNC. Right now, I'm distracted, or at least should be distracted. They should have some clean and easy wins against me.
And
And if not, I'm in a real position to finish the game.
looking back on the where you are, is there anything you would have done differently? Or do you think
Uh,
this has gone about as smoothly as you had hoped?
question. If I knew well how crap my paddle situation would be, then I would have likely changed some things. But then again, I've slacked off on astral site searching quite a ways ago. So that's my main bottleneck, because I was angling for a large shift to astral, but I just don't have the resources for it. Maybe I could have done something else to make that happen, but I've just got my losses after uh, after a bunch of regular and remote site searches. And other than that, I've revamped the way I'm handling my logistics when it comes to gem gophers, and it mostly is working out all right. Bit of odds and ends, because this is the first time I'm playing both DE and all, so I'm learning on the go. Probably someone watching that's played a lot of both DE and or has seen a bunch of mistakes from my end, but well, that's how it goes.
And one of the challenges with Ulm is the lack of diversity from a path perspective and relying heavily on boosters and indie mages to break into some other spells. Is there a particular path that you've struggled to get into, or has that been relatively easy? We did notice you had a few good um, indie sites that you had found.
I've had obscene luck with indie sites. The High Temple of Magus is of High Temple of Magi is obscene. So I'm recruiting a lot of astral mages as I would say a holdover, because I'm not really using them against TC, but I'm planning to use them against the coalition forces when they drop. I've had really crap luck with my nature randoms. To a point where I was recruiting them from two sites. Like, if I'll take two nature mages per turn with no nature to randoms, then I've decided to empower one of them to start getting thistle maces and remote site searches, so on and so forth. That's the turn when I've recruited a nature to random mage from one of my forts. That's a plus. Aside from that, I think the big break is recruiting. Was it Gautier? I think. Yeah, recruiting Gautier, get him in Triton, twice bond, and starting a blood economy. That was a huge boost. Hasn't yet paid off, but well, having it is way better than not having it, and I at least hope that it will be useful. And I think the main focus of this game was fire magic, at least is so far.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few of the dragons out there.
I have a monthly income of 34 fire gems right now, so effectively I can spit out a major summon per turn without any major repercussions. So why not use it?
Yep, makes sense.
And they shore up the one hole that is really irritating right now when it comes to playing Ulm, which is mobility. Because slogging armies one hex at a time, one province at a time is just driving me nuts. If you look at my provinces, I have basically consolidated stacks that I'm not moving out because I just can't. If the previous wave of troops gets wiped out, and I have to probably re-strategize, re-script, so on and so forth, sending out a fresh wave of troops will be potentially pointless. So I'm just holding them off, and I have more or less full forts everywhere, full-ish.
Anything else you'd like to
Yeah.
share with our viewers?
Um. Oh, I hope they have fun watching this because I have fun playing it. Other than that, under this special edition episode of Rams DMA, you can just post all of the mistakes for Rome that you've spotted over this game. It will be educational for me.
Will do. Well, Ibec, appreciate the time and best of luck, especially over these next couple of turns. I think it's going to be interesting, to say the least, for Ulm.
So do I. Thanks.